Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. I am known as Autumn around here. Thank you so much for being here. It's so great that you guys join me. I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful to our amazing troll slayers who keep us safe here. And it's just such a great community. So thank you for that. I am here to take you 12 political questions every single day of the year. I'm here every single day, and I take 12 questions at 12 noon Central Time in the U.S. That's Chicago time, which is where I am, and I write them down in here, and I have space right here for your 12 questions today. So just put your questions in all caps in the chat. And if anything that's in the chat in all caps, that's how you communicate with me. Other than that, please just type normally. Anything that is not in all caps, I will try to ignore, actually, because it can get very distracting when I'm in the middle of a reading. So, and if your question gets cut off, YouTube will suddenly just dump a bunch of comments while I'm trying to get the questions. It's kind of first come, first serve. If your question gets cut off, if you think I've missed it, just type in YT right at the beginning, and then I'll know that YouTube cut it off. So there's that. Let me think. What else is there? 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. Day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out. And yeah. Yeah, and then after this, when I'm done, I go into the description box and the first comment, and I type up all the questions from today, and I timestamp them as best I can. And then I go back in afterward, and I go back and I try to make it just as exact as I can down to the second. But it takes a little bit of time to get that going. But if you don't see the timestamping as a comment, do look in the description box, because it'll be there as soon as I am able to do that. And sometimes YouTube doesn't show it. I don't know why. I'll even I'll pin it and everything, but later on I'll go looking for it in using my regular account, and it's not there. Okay, anyway, we're here. So I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to look for anything in all caps. If I don't answer your question today, if I don't acknowledge you, or it is never anything personal. And I would feel terrible if I had hurt your feelings. So if you feel like, gosh, I've put this question in 3 times and you're not answering it, and it's nothing personal. And I am here every day. So some days, especially with Mercury retrograde right now until the 20th, we have 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde. There are going to be miscommunications. There just are. So all of us are going to have to be like, okay. Mercury retrograde, okay. And around about is the 17th, we're getting Saturn square Uranus. Oh, that could be interesting. We'll see. We'll get through it. That I know. That I have no doubt of. Oh, and lastly, on a personal note, just letting you know that the first 2 weeks of February and the first 2 weeks of August, the sun in the sky is square my natal sun, the sun that's in my own astrology chart, the one where I was born with. These 2 weeks of the year are there's usually something it's grinding down on my sense of self. I find myself, I get more criticism, I get more people being angry with me, whatever like grinds down my sense of self in any way. These 2 weeks those 4 weeks to these 2 weeks, and then in the first 2 weeks of August, they tend to be the worst. So I'm just letting you know that for these 2 weeks, if you're mad at me, if you want to tell me I'm doing something wrong, if you want to get, if you want to come for me, okay. But just keep that in mind. Astrologically, this is not a great time of year for me. Valentine's Day and I are not friends, but I do like the graphics, so to go along with Valentine's Day. Anyway, I'll quit yammering. We're about 5 minutes in. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to look for anything in all caps. And let me see. It looks like the first question's coming from Shirley, the one I can see. So a long time ago, someone suggested I'm guessing you're talking about Trump. I'm not sure. That isn't a topic I will read on. Sorry. Yeah, I try to keep it pretty clean around here. But then Sabrina. Hey, Sabrina, what does tarot say regarding Janet Yellen and the Wall Street bets small Reddit investors? I read on that. Well, I read on hers. So, but let's look at the grouping. So Janet Yellen. Wall Street and Reddit, including my Oxford comma in that list. All right, let's see here. BC Mom, what is the outcome of the House taking action against Marjorie Taylor Greene? Dems pushing to strip her of her committee assignments. I've been reading on her a lot. What I'm getting, I mean, we can look at her committee assignments. We could do that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, stripped of committee assignment. Okay, got that. So that's number 2 for today. What I've been getting, though, is they're not going to get rid of her. And yesterday, Sheila was kind enough to come on from Celtic Tarot, and we read on this, and basically what it was saying was that as much as the Republican Party should split to try to get these people, to marginalize these people, they're not going to. What it's looking like right now, what we're both getting was that the Republican Party is just going to sink under this because they won't stand up to it. They're just not going to stand up to it. And as long as they're not standing up to it, what can they do but sink? So it's ridiculous, but anyway. All right, so I've got that. All right, so I've got that down. I've got that down, BC Mom. Okay, Kay, will the cops in Rochester, New York be fired for pepper spraying a 9-year-old girl? Even the cat was like, yes. Pepper spray. A 9-year-old. Really? Okay. Rhonda, hey, why is Joe Manchin still holding out for stimulus? He almost always votes with Republicans. Politics. It's just politics. Joe Manchin still holding out for stimulus. It's his constituents. He wants to look like he's fighting for them, but he doesn't want he doesn't want all the debts, and he's trying to find some higher wisdom. He's trying to walk a fine line. He's a politician. I'm getting just sheer political energy out of that. So I hope that helps. Okay. All right, so that was somewhere around. I'll just throw that in there. Little lanyap. And if you're from Louisiana, you know what lanyap means. KD, love your overlay. Oh, thank you. Stacy, hello, Autumn and everyone. Can you do a check-in on Ivanka? Has she been talking to authorities? Ooh, okay. Number 4 today. Has Ivanka been talking to authorities? Wasn't she called in? Eric was the first one who was called in to be deposed, was it? And then I think they were going to talk to Ivanka. I'm not sure. You guys will have to tell me. I haven't been following as closely. There's so much to cover. Oh, there's so much to cover. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, Stacy. Lowell, Autumn. Oh, thank you, Lowell. Aaron Sun, hello. I love the red hearts. Oh, hello. Thank you, Ascent to What. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Rochelle, I can't believe we got a preemptive thumbs down before she even started. Oh, I get at least 9 a day. Some happen after I start, but most happen before. And yeah, it's like a bare minimum of 9. So I don't know why anyone would bother doing the same thing every day, but sure. Okay. All right, Renee, is there a second insurgent attack planned? Okay, is second insurgent attack planned. And I'm singing, so I don't start swearing. And I got ink on my nail. Yes, I did. Ink on my nail. Oh, well. Got it down as number 5 for today. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. Belle, info in the writing group. I'll put it in the description box afterward. It's at Book Art Media. That's the name of the channel. It's the name of the website. That is the company. That is the parent. Black and Orange is a part of Book Art Media. Book Art Media is the larger. It's what I publish. It's videos and books and graphics and audio and this is just one part of it. Book Art Media. And I named it that because I figured it was like, well, what am I going to be dealing with? It was, because there's going to be books, it's going to be some art, there's going to be video or audio, media. Hey. So Book Art Media. Okay. Sherry, hey, will President Biden? Oh, okay. Biden, will Biden give in to Republican stimulus plan pressure, that sort of thing? All right, got it. All right. Thank you, Sherry. Kristen, hey, will Clarence Thomas' wife be held accountable for what she did on January 6th? I haven't looked at her in a while. Ginni, I think her name is. Will Ginni Thomas be held accountable? Okay. For January 6th. Got it. Number 7 for today. Okay. Thank you, Kristen. Aaron's son. Oh, loves snow. Good, 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 good. Hello, Jill. All right. Anything else in all caps? Let's see here. Whoops. YouTube just jumped. Comments just went. It's like, Gelfling. Two Gelfling. Thank you, Jack. Hey, Marby. I just happened to see your comments, but I'm still looking for anything in all caps. Elizabeth, the little girl was already in handcuffs. Oh, jeez. Thank you, Elizabeth. That will be question 3 for today. Oh. Anyway, Janice, will Biden cave to the GOP? Got it. Got that down. Grandma Rose, thumbs down, still count as positive toward your channel. Oh. Aaron, so the down voters are allergic to cats. Oh, that's just sad. Feel bad for anybody who's allergic to cats. Labra, what did you do to your face? Every time I wear bright lipstick, it's going to be a flashback to Nostradamus. Anyway, Dazzler Gems. That's a great name. Hi, Autumn. What do we need to know about the heiress of Publix, Julie Jenkins Fancelli? Is it Fancelli or Fancelli? Publix heiress Julie Jenkins something. Okay, number 8. I'll have a look. Thank you, Dazzler Gems. Great name. That's a great name. All right, anything? Oh, Katie Moonchild. Okay, talking about the thumbs up and thumbs down. Thank you. And anything else? There's Chris. Good morning, everyone. Why did Trump's legal team really all quit? I read on that yesterday, but I would like to read on the new team because apparently he's got a new team already. So the Trumpster Fire's new legal team. They left because Trump wants to push this idea that his defense against impeachment is that the election was stolen from him. And they were like, peace out. Anyway, thank you, Lab Rat. You guys are so kind to me. Thank you, Mims. Okay, Sally. There's a chance Greene, Boebert, and Hawley will leave Congress. Would they be more dangerous at home unsupervised? They wouldn't have the power. They wouldn't have the spotlight and the power. It's the worst place for them to be is where they are. Is there something here? Is there something I could? I'm not picking up much. Would they be more dangerous at home? Well, I'm getting one. Hawley's not going to shut up no matter what happens. And I don't like using that term because it's kind of harsh. But when it comes to him, yeah, it just seems fitting. He's just not going to shut up. He's most. They're most dangerous where they are raining on happy family parades. That's what I'm getting. For that, for what it's worth. One. Yeah, I'll just put 19 for now. So Greene. Bob and Hawley. Dangerous. I don't know if kicked out. I was just going to make a note, and it's a quick note. And the note's just going on and on and on. I don't think there's a lot there. I'm not picking up. They become super radicalized. They are just absolutely damaging Congress where they are, and it's heartbreaking. So that's kind of what that's what I'm getting, Sally. I'm sorry, it's nothing more specific than that, but maybe we'll look at that in future. Right now, we just have to focus completely on getting them out. Anyway, okay, Sandra Lee, what is the real reason Harris cannot move into the vice president's house? Okay, real reason. And this is number 10 for today. Harris can't move into VP's house. Got it. All right, that's number 10. Got it, Sandra. Aronson, yay for the Dark Crystal reference. I use it a lot with my cats. Gelfling. Two Gelfling. All right, Chris. Hey, Chris. Will Liz Cheney survive the request to resign? Liz Cheney. Survive request to resign. Okay, let's see what we've got here. To resign. Got it? And I've got space for one more. Tinker Mouse. Uh-oh, Autumn's growling. Well, they start pepper spraying children, and I just didn't. Okay. Holly, Autumn, is Trump really bald and the comb over is hiding it? You're funny. You're adorable, Holly. You're adorable. Rachel, Autumn, you should have seen me when I saw the body cam footage. Oh. Yeah, or that video where they were just terrorizing that family in, it was like a Walmart parking lot or something, and they had all the kids lying flat on the ground, screaming in fear. Flames. Okay. Thelma is asking, can you read on Chuck Schumer being challenged by AOC? Oh, okay. And Diane, what has happened to all the missing millions of vaccines in the warehouse? I get that they're working on it. I don't think I'm going to cover that today. If this kind of thing still keeps happening, I will. But I think right now they are just struggling. They are just struggling to try to get everything from the manufacturer to people with minimal disruption in between. It's a Herculean task, and that's what I'm picking up on there. So, but if it keeps happening, we'll check. We'll check later. Thank you, Diane. But Thelma, okay, Thelma, AOC challenging Chuck Schumer. All right, we will look at that on one condition, everybody. We will look on this if it does not cause fighting in the chat and in the comments. I know people have very strong feelings about this, and I really try to avoid things that would split Democratic unity, but I'll look at it. But if it gets ugly, I'm going to stop reading on this stuff again. So, but I'll try. Okay. All right. So I've got all the way down. I'm sorry if I've missed your question, but I'm here tomorrow. Do try tomorrow. I'm here every day, every single day of the year. So, okay. Holly Wanda, why do MAGA women find Trump irresistible? I'm curious. You've got me curious now. Yeah, 2130. Why? Irresistible. Like, what is attractive about the Trumpster Fire? What is attractive about the Trumpster Fire? It's I always feel weird talking about guides, but it feels like I've got them. It might be just be my imagination, but it feels like I've got guides. And it's like they're going, oh, really? Okay. I'll admit it. You're curious too. Why? He's a dumpster fire. He probably smells like a dumpster fire too. I'm not saying that out loud. Mm-mm. Because it's the same reason you get famous men in prison who get women who want to marry them. It's this perceived sense of power, money. It's projecting onto him that he's the billionaire and he's like them, and then he's persecuted unfairly, and so they just take out their hearts and hand it over. But I think some of that's going to be changing when more and more comes out. There's a lot coming out in the news right now in general. I've been reading about Marilyn Manson is allegedly abusive. What a shock. But yeah, just more and more alleged. FKA Twigs is suing Shia LaBeouf, and yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah. But at least more people who are abusive are being held to account, and that's always a good thing. I don't know I don't know anything about those allegations, but I mean, the Marilyn Manson thing, I mean, it's Marilyn Manson, and you'd expect he doesn't. There's an artist quote that I very much believe in, and it's by Gustave Flaubert. And my paraphrase of it is, be ordinary in your daily life so that you may be extraordinary in your art. And I think there's a lot to that, because the last thing I need is drama in my personal life, or because I've got enough. I'm trying to grow here, and that's not worth it. I don't know. Maybe Brian Warner. That's Marilyn Manson's real name, Brian. Maybe Brian should take that to heart. What do I know? Anyway. Karen, not to start an argument, but AOC, I just assumed that she would try to primary him. I don't know. Linda, hey, thank you so much, Linda. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Marianne, I love that you're quoting Flaubert. It's one of my favorite quotes. Well, it's paraphrased, but it's the idea is the same. He actually, I like how he even in his version he uses they use the word violent toward the end of this. Like, I don't want to use the word violent, and also but I do like that he used the word. It was like orderly and bourgeois. That was great. Bourgeois in your daily life. This is not reading on Janet Yellen, but I'm just still trying to get out of that icky energy of men behaving very badly and grossly. I'm serious. Every time I think of Trump now, it's like I can smell a dumpster fire. I'm serious. That's why is my stomach growling? I just ate. All right, but we'll start with Janet Yellen, Wall Street, and the Reddit rebels. Duly noted. Lucky girl. Unsubscribe. What from Renee? I don't quite understand what's going on there. Sparty, I'm afraid I've already got my questions for today, but we're kind of first come, first serve. But I will be, I take 12 questions every single day. And actually today I'm going to have covered more like 15. But anyway, all right, at 31:30. What's going to happen with Janet Yellen, Wall Street, and the Reddit? Oh, my shoulders tightened up. Oof. What is going to happen with Janet Yellen, Wall Street, and Reddit? Thank you, Sally. Thank you. I just appreciate that you notice. All right. Janet Yellen, Wall Street, Reddit. Janet Yellen, Wall Street, and Reddit. I don't know what sign she is, but I've got a woman here who's a fire sign. Thank you, Sherry. Today's color is hot pink. Because why not? Thank you, Sparty. Appreciate it. Oh, Lady Farley, thank you so much. And Chris Wickens, thank you. Thank you both so much. Thank you. Okay, Janet Yellen. It's the financial system. And Reddit, basically, they pointed out some of the holes in the system. Because if you look at that beautiful scroll work or beautiful stonework, magnificent stonework, actually, there are holes, they just mess with the system, showed the weakness, and they're going to keep trying different things. They may not have as much success in future, but they're going to keep trying different things. I heard right now they're trying to run up the price of silver. The SEC is saying that they're going to investigate and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, really? Really? But this feels like what these people are doing. It's just going to continue to point out flaws. It's going to make things unsteady. It's pointing out the weaknesses in the system. Janet Yellen's a Leo, Stephen. Aha, ding. Fire sign woman. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that. So is Janet Yellen going to do anything about this? Is this, or is she just going to be like, yeah? Let's see here. Janet Yellen. I'm not surprised. She has absolutely no energy for the kind of energy I'm doing here. Hanging Chad for the reading. I've got the Hanged Man. Could be suspension or a change of the way of looking at things. So let's have a look. Janet Yellen. Didn't she take over from Mnuchin of Versailles? For all that Mnuchin is supposed to, Ivy League education, went to work for, I forget, some Wall Street big firm that is also where his father worked. Gee, I wonder how he got in. For all of that, this is a mess. The whole thing's just a mess. And she's coming in and she's like, you've got to be kidding me. And it's trying to this wheel feels like it's very unbalanced. It's this wheel of economic progress is very, it feels like the hub is it's not on as strong as it should be, and it's going to take a lot of forensic accountants. It's going to take a lot of accountants in general, careful study to get things back moving again. And she believes the U.S. should be an economic leader, not a follower. So set the house right here. Set our financial house right, and get things. So this is much clearer. This is just garbage for Trump under Mnuchin, minor arcana. But this is the economy, major arcana. This is studying, careful, looking what's the best, using very wise counsel, really careful study. Also our economic isolation because of the raging pandemic. Again, chaos. Thanks, Trump. To lead. These are major arcana, much stronger. Much stronger. So I'm for her, the Wall Street Reddit thing, I'm not picking up that it's having much effect. I don't think she's spending a whole lot of time thinking about it, to be honest. So I do have that. Okay, there was something here. I was supposed to sing. I'll sing if someone wants me to. What do you need? Rachel, Autumn, Jane. She did a super chat hoping you'd sing happy birthday to her. Oh, Jane, you didn't have to do a super chat. You could have just asked. But I appreciate that. I appreciate the super chat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jane. Happy birthday to you. And many more. There we go. But you could just ask. You guys don't have to pay me to do that. But I appreciate the super chat. It really does help. But it's not a requirement. I don't answer questions. You don't have to pay me to answer questions. You don't have to pay me to or answer to specific questions or pay me to sing. But anyway. All right. So next. All right. 39:30. Okay. 39:30. Greene. Will Marjorie Taylor Greene be stripped of her committee assignment in the education committee? Does Rat send? No. I thought you were saying I should send chocolates instead. Paul, Autumn, sing "I Will Survive." Gloria Gaynor. As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live. I've got all my love to give. I'll survive. Anyway, will Marjorie Taylor Greene survive staying in the Education Committee? Really? DeVos as Secretary of Education was not insult to injury enough? Really? Thank you, Anne. All right. Well, there's communication. She's still communicating. One still refer to the Trump message, that Trump grossness. She's still communicating that. She's not going to stop. I don't care if it was who was it? McCarthy who said, "Well, I'm going to talk to her next week." It's like, please. Oh, please. She's offending everybody, and people are afraid of her. People are literally afraid of their lives. I've been, I watch other readers off and on when I can, and it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like other readers keep picking up on different things about her. But what I keep picking up, and I think I might be alone in this, is I just keep picking up that she's going to end up in some kind of legal problem. She's going to threaten someone. She's going to have threatened someone in a way it crosses a line. Thank you, Marianne. And she ends up losing support of the Republicans and people back home. People are afraid of her. But as far as her being, removed from the Education Committee, I'm getting bigger problems than that. Let me see. Is there anything specific about the Education Committee? What do you think, Kitten? Do you think they'll take her out of the Education Committee? My co-host Boo Boo's and Kitty. It's over here. Electra, you're not alone. They all say her time will be up. She won't finish her term. Okay. Let's see. The Education Committee specifically, insult to injury. Seriously, she says school shootings are false flag things, and they put her on the Education Committee. Yoy. The two different sides arguing about it, but it's the most powerful here. It's up to the Republicans whether she's on there or not. Christina, we're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Will she be removed from the Education Committee? She may not finish her term, but for right now, until the Republicans grow a spine, and from what I read on yesterday, what Sheila and I read on yesterday, I'm not sure the Republicans are going to grow a spine against these people. It's very, very scary. All right, I'm not going to dwell on this next question, but I do want to see if I can answer it. Will the police, I assume it's policemen, police women, I don't know, the police persons in Rochester, New York, be held accountable for handcuffing and then pepper spraying a 9-year-old? Really? I know people, they can, it's like young people are getting full size, or they're getting bigger, younger. I understand that, but really, you've got a 9-year-old handcuffed and you still pepper sprayed in Rochester, New York. Really? Will they be held accountable? Oh, these people are angry. I'm getting a buzzing, like heat and buzzing coming toward the side of my face, which is basically the people are angry. Apparently while handcuffed. That's what you guys told me. So, whew. All right, sword of justice. Okay, sword of justice, and this is something new. Okay. I like it. I like that. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, they're going to. They will study it. That was beyond stupid. These are investigations. This is them legally throwing the book at these people, but it isn't going to solve all the problems because there's all kind of misconduct there, and there are too many people in the police and the military and all over who, but especially nationwide, the police who have gotten away with being radical and cruel. It's still a problem, but it looks like they will look at it carefully, and they will take that sort of justice, and these guys will end up. Kashmir police union came out at a news conference day and defended them. Well, yeah, surprise, but it doesn't look good for them. I say that doesn't look good for them, but this is just one of. Let me see if I can get any more information. Carmen Rose, you know those cartoons of smoke coming out of an angry person's ears? That's me right now. Yeah, so that's why I was saying that line from Madeline Kahn in Clue. Flames. That woman was a genius. Anyway. I'm getting that they're going to have to go into a related but different line of work. I think they're going to have to pay the family a great deal of money. The city's going to have to pay the family a great deal of money. Reforms. I think there's. I think it looks like they will. There will be. That's what I'm getting. So we'll see what happens. But do check with other readers too. So we'll see. Preston reads, they don't see us as people. That is unconscionable. Jane, my son Charlie just brought me home an extra large Hershey's milk chocolate bar. Oh, what a good son. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Ivanka. 49:30. Has Ivanka been talking to the authorities? Where's my... I might have to take my ibuprofen here in a second. Ow. Marianne, was the 9-year-old not white? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Susie, if you knew some of the stories that my daughter deals with, it would make more sense. Oh, I'm sure there are definitely some difficult situations, but anyway, Ivanka. All right. Has Ivanka been talking to the authorities? Hello, good kitty. Hello, good boy. Ivanka's terrible. Yes, she is. She's terrible. She would not appreciate the kitty. She thinks that she can just show up and just give them in her super fake, breathy voice, oh, I hardly know anything. Please. I'm just a tiny, frail little rabbit with the super breathy voice. Please, you're a 6-foot tall woman, multimillionaire. Please. It's a matter of time. All right, so fairly early in the Biden administration, this is what I get for the beginning of the Biden administration, so these first number of months, she thinks she's set. She thinks she's set for life, that she doesn't have to worry about anything. She doesn't have to worry about any of it. But she's bearing the burden of her father's, and she took part in all of the business burdens, the political burdens, the but they're gonna do something about it, about the just because there's so much. They're gonna I think they're gonna be setting up different committees and things to look at the inauguration funds. I've got New York looking at things. So is she trying to work with anybody? I don't think so yet. Because she's also learned that try to delay everything. Just keep delaying. And eventually people just get tired of it, and you get off with whatever you want. And that's what she learned. I mean, why would she learn anything different? Even though she's a grown woman who is raising children and who should learn better, know better. Those are some prosecutors. Yeah. Prosecutors. So, fast money. Played fast and loose. They huge amounts came in, like for the I think, wasn't she linked up with the props with the inauguration fund? Wasn't she part of that? I don't know why that keeps coming to mind if it isn't. But this whole fast money shell game, get the money, get it out and into, like with Kushner setting up shell companies and all that kind of stuff, so that she can be super rich. And she could be supportive of her father and inherit Mar-a-Lago and blah 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 blah. So far, she thinks she's just coasting along in her perfect little life. So, oh, Aronson, I know the inauguration fund is under investigation, and Trump.org is, and all these other things. I just don't know. I can't remember if she herself was linked with the inauguration fund problems, or if it's just Trump.org, or this or that or that or that or this or that. Pick one. Hey. All right. Entertainment only. What do I know? Second, is there a second insurgent attack planned? Is there a second insurgent attack planned? Please no. Thank you, Marpy. Thank you. Thank you. Hawley, yes, she is. Aha. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Paul. That's very sweet of you. Polly wondered, do we want justice or revenge? We want justice. Kashmir, she was deposed over the inauguration funds. Okay. Thank you. All right, 5530. Entertainment only. Entertainment only. Is there a second insurgent attack planned? Boy, there's some angry people out there. Who thrive off of other people's emotions, especially them suffering. Institutions. No, it feels like so well. Let's see. Actually, what I'm getting is I'm getting much more strongly the idea of things moving forward strongly about their getting some justice for the first one. At the center is this feels more like what was done rather than what will be. Or if there's something, I've got medical response is on it. Plus, it wasn't that long ago, so I think you're also going to get some super spreader. I think I keep getting that any number of these people are also just going to get really, really sick, for what it's worth. But no, it's ending with justice, not the tower, not the Knight of Swords, or another attack. I'm getting justice. I'm getting looking at institutions, prosecutions being set up over what happened, but it ends in justice. So yeah. Anything else there? 3 cards. I do believe the FBI is on it. And it is helping a lot that Trump isn't on social media. How do you get banned from Pinterest? Actually, I know he wasn't banned. They were just basically holding down the tags, his Trump tags on Pinterest, pins that had a Trump hashtag. They were downgrading those hashtags or something like that, so they couldn't gain traction. But effectively, they were getting. He was getting basically pushed aside on Pinterest too. Pinterest. But second insurgent attack. I just got those 2 cards. This feels more like writing. This is this has to do with like state legislatures and trying to move in this direction. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting a second insurgent attack. So, I mean, when I said second insurgent attack planned, I didn't mean like somebody's just kind of thinking about it in their spare time. I was, something planned as in we're doing it. We're gonna do the thing. I'm not getting that they will. So, all right, 5930. Will Biden, is he going to give in to Republican pressure? Has their meeting ended? I know that there were Republicans going to meet with Biden about this stimulus thing. Weren't they meeting this morning or something? Has anybody heard? But is Biden going to give in to the Republican pressure? Is Biden going to give in to Republican pressure? Because this is also going to set the tone. This is going to set the tone going forward. Is he a pushover? I'd say this is the Biden victory, but this is everything they did for Trump. Everything the Republicans did for Trump in a very heavy-handed way. That's what's hanging over. You want bipartisanship now? Really? So. This is not in good faith on their side. I know it seems like I'm biased, but I also get good things happening to rotten people too. I get what I get, but they're not being honest. This is lies. They're trying to delay. This is not in good faith. And they're like, oh yeah, we've got this. We've worked really hard on this. You should look at this. You should look more closely. We should come back in 2 weeks and talk about it. And another 2 weeks and talk. We should talk and talk and talk. And then it's just like the Democrats are like, no, we've got our thing. We're sending ours out. It's going out into the sun. We're not playing this game with you. That's what I'm getting. So, actually, I should have a quick look at 10230. Biden's bipartisanship. Biden's bipartisanship. Let's see. Elizabeth agreed. Help delayed is help denied. Look at this. Don't look at that. As Rod is saying. Yep. Yeah. So this idea of hello, Joe. This idea of bipartisanship. He feels like this is the kind of president he always wanted to be. He thinks that it has a place. Certainly the rhetoric has a place to be an attempt to be bipartisan. But he got into the race because he was afraid there would just be more Trump. There would just be more and more of the garbage that was going on. So it is key. This is what got him going, was to stop what was going on under Trump. He's going to try. I mean, he's made trying, but he's not just going to fall for it. And Republicans are going to just scream to the rooftops about how they're being kept out. It's the more, again, this ends up with weaker conservatives, stronger patriots. That's what I call Trump followers, patriots. Stronger patriots, weaker conservatives. And again, the Republican Party just sinks under this. So they become more belligerent and awful. But I don't think I think Joe's he's willing to cross the aisle, but if to get what needs to be done for the American people is just fine reconciliation. He has 2 opportunities for reconciliation, and This is his administration. This is the Democratic Party. Feels like the Democratic Party is right at the center. So I don't think he's going to be the milquetoast we are afraid he will be, but he is likely to sound like a milquetoast. For what it's worth. 106. Will Ginni Thomas be held accountable for what she did on January 6th? Ginni Thomas. Mims, Autumn, perhaps we shouldn't call them patriots. That perpetuates their icky state and does nothing good for us, in my opinion. Well, think about that. What do you guys think we should call them? Well, I mean, what we really should call them is prisoner number 64367. But Ginni Thomas, will you be held accountable for what you did January 6th? Ginni Thomas. She's just, everybody's against me, is what it feels like. Yeah. She was very much a part of paying to get those, getting people there to the rallies that led to the riots. She's on the defensive for the money she spent. She is nervous. And she knows that it failed. It's sort of sorry, I got distracted by the chat. This is kind of like, if it's an equivalent of, if you are, if you are going for the king, you best not miss. That's her husband, and that's money. And since they're married, technically, their money is joint. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But in theory, so technically, it was his money too that went toward. So is she going to be held accountable? I could be wrong, but there's a feeling there that she has ruined his career. He's always been right wing, but there's this, I'm getting a feeling, there's a sense that, yeah, that was not a good idea. That was a very bad idea. Sedition usually is. Cruelty usually is. It's all going to come to light in the investigation. Her actions are going to come to light. This is also, I hate to say it, this has also become my card of white supremacy. So this seditionist white supremacy, it's the investigation. The strongest card here, it's Lieutenant General Honore. Is that who I'm thinking of? Who's looking into this? Yeah, he's not a slouch at all. Oh, I would not want to be investigated by him for something I may have done wrong, because, boy, he'll be all over it. In triplicate. All right, we're going to have a quick look here at the Publix heiress, Julie Jenkins, and you guys will have to tell me, is it Fancelli? Fancelli? Something. I'll look it up later if you don't know. But yeah, Publix also, didn't they also, they gave a great deal of money to, they paid for the actual rally that Trump spoke at, where he was saying, I'm going with you up the street, I'll lead the way, which of course is complete garbage. But I believe they donated the money, and now, surprise, the owner and his daughter are under fire. Color me shocked. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she's a water sign, but does she? I'm getting could be. We'll see. What do the other cards say? Because that could be that she's more emotional than is good for her. And that's hard for me to even say, considering Sun Scorpio, Moon Cancer, Mars Pisces. Hi, water signs. The company's going to take a hit. She's got lawyers. Oh, yeah, that's not. So does she end up... what it feels like is she's not going to get into legal trouble just because all the company did was give money to go to a political rally. But a boycott could be severe. Is she going to lose her money? Is she going to... I don't know anything about this woman, but I keep getting emotional energy. I'm so used to people who support this kind of stuff being quite cold and mean, but I'm getting much more emotional energy from her. I don't know what that meant. But she's very, very rich. Yeah, this is weird. She's very, very rich. The business, she's financially going to take a major hit. But then I've got, and there's going to be evidence. They're going to look through her correspondence, or I guess. But it's emotional. And then she takes part in something else Trump once done, or... I need clarification. Is this the past? Emotional about what she did or what she's going to do? Feels like what she's going to do, but let me check. Polly Wanda, I didn't have a drink for 18 years. Then I turned 18 and couldn't get enough of this stuff. Dave, psychotically frenzied. I'm just getting a lot of emotion. It's very unusual for these people. Julie Jenkins, what's her name? Chris is asking, who's this woman you were just talking about? Still talking about her. She's apparently the heiress of the Publix. I think it's a grocery store chain. I don't think they're in. I don't think they're in Chicago. I'm not sure because I don't remember seeing any of them. But the dynasty family money. Okay, financially taking a big hit, and emotionally, she's just going to be a mess. So, and people are coming for her. They're coming at her socially. They're coming at her. They're going to be in what she considers aggressive investigations as well. And everybody's going to be on the defensive for what took place that day. But she's who she is, and I'm getting. I don't get that she is the drama king that Roger Stone is. Roger Stone energy, that's just anyway. Okay, Publix is in the southeast of the country. Oh, thank you, Mims. Thank you. All right, 117. Oh, let's read on the Trumpster Fire's new legal team. Good luck. Bonne chance. The Trumpster Fire's legal team. Kevin, thank God it wasn't HEB. It would have been a tough boycott call. Yeah, if you're in Texas and you don't shop at HEB, where would you shop? Shirley saying they're out of Lakeland, Florida. Thank you. All right. 118. Trump's new legal team. Trump's new legal team. Gonna stay? Oh, of course. It's an honor, Mr. President. Get your money up front, boys. They're going to have a plan. And he's not going to follow it. He's not going to listen to it. He took all the power and situation he was in, and it's just insult to injury. And he just won't let up on that. They're trying, oh, we have a plan. We're going to do the thing. But he's not going to let them do the thing. Because he's going to do his own thing. All right, so are they going to stay? Or are they going to be like, okay, we're done. We're out of here. Are they going to stick through this? Or are they going to, because they're going to, unless they are completely unethical and want to kiss their law licenses goodbye. Yeah, Chris, before this is over, I'll claim bankruptcy to avoid paying them, probably. HEB is a great big grocery chain in Texas. Well, at least that's where I knew them from Texas. Okay. Are you going to stay? I'm getting a mental image of empty lawyer offices. Completely empty. Was ist this? Suspension. Looking at things from a different perspective. How fast can Trump burn through his legal options? Say he wants someone like Rudy, only he wants Rudy like Rudy but effective. He wants people who are just going, whatever you say, Mr. Trump, whatever you say. I mean, I just want to hurl even just thinking that. That he tells them what to do, they go do it, and then he's successful. It's like, but this is not good. He's a thief. It's sneaky. He'll duck and dodge taking responsibility or doing anything that might help his situation. It's the Republicans who are going to suffer. This trial, they're thinking this, the Republicans are thinking that this trial is going to be like the one last year. Matter of fact, it was a year ago yesterday that Trump was acquitted in the Senate. And I remember that because that was the first time I showed my face to all of you when, really long time. Because I remember I came on and I sang the Star Spangled Banner, Home of the Brave, that we're going to get through this. I remember that at the end of the readings. But they think this is going to be like that. This is not going to be like that. There are going to be witnesses. There are going to be family members of officers who died. There are going to be this is going to damage the Republicans for sticking with him. And their power just weakens and weakens and weakens. So the lawyers themselves, and of course, one of the ways he doesn't pay people is he said, you didn't do the job. So they may be lawyers, but I've got Chad here, the hanged man, the suspension of this partnership is over. Any more information on Trump's defense, the lawyers? He wants them to argue his delusional arguments. It's going to be more like a real trial, and it's going to be heartbreaking. It's going to be terrifying and heartbreaking. They're going to run those videos again with the people being afraid and the violence and what they were yelling and chanting. And well, that's going to be horrible, but it's going to be horrible to watch, but maybe he'll actually be found accountable. But the legal team, good luck. All right. I'm going to do this, but only if you guys will not argue. Please do not argue in the comments. Please do not argue in the chat. Matter of fact, if you're like, well, I'm just voicing my opinion, maybe you don't want to here because this can potentially turn ugly. AOC possibly challenging Chuck Schumer, I am guessing in a primary, something like that. AOC challenging Chuck Schumer. AOC AOC challenging Chuck Schumer. What can you tell us? They have a common enemy. That's true. Common enemy. Common enemy. Fighting on the same side. I'm not getting her. It's her, like, I'm not getting her challenging Chuck Schumer. Kevin, can they not co-parent? Exactly. Oh, man. AOC challenging. Is AOC going to challenge Chuck Schumer? I've got weakening Republicans. That's what half these cards are saying. Trump and weakening Republican stuff. And she's going to have her own battles. She's going to be fighting her own battles. I'm not getting her challenging Schumer. It's just not what I'm getting. So I don't feel like I can add anything here. Sorry. All right. Can I squeak in anything else? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 27, 30. All right. Liz Cheney. Will she survive people wanting her to resign? So, man. All right. Liz Cheney. Will Liz Cheney survive calls for her to resign? When two people you don't like are arguing with each other. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, that bugs me. Oh yeah, that's almost the worst. Yeah, and that's bad too. The Republicans they're burying themselves. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you. She's fine. It's Trump who's out. It's the Trump energy that's going. It's not her. Insult to injury, she's used to it. They'll try to take away her donors. She's used to it. Her father was vice president and in many respects was, sorry W, but he pretty much in many respects was president. In politics, they come for you. But Trump's on the way out. But I'd be happy. I'd be perfectly happy if all of them left. Cruz, Cheney. I would not I would not tussle with this woman. She's no. Mm-mm. She is Dick Cheney's daughter. She's fine. I don't know that I want her to be fine, but that's what I'm getting. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your help and how kind you've been to me, how supportive you've been. I really do appreciate it. Okay. All right. Hang in there. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. I take at least 12. Or today I've got more like 15. I take 12 of your political questions at 12 o'clock every day. And I will be back again tomorrow to do it again. All right. Hang in there. You're not alone. And there are good days ahead. There are. See you tomorrow.